Hi, my name is Linus Riddle. I have been making a game that you can play on my website for the last little while, and I'm going to be explaining how I made it. So, first off, uh, I have a bunch of code in all of these little blocks. Not all of them, but most of them. For example, these spikes. Never mind, they don't have code. Uh, but when in my player, if I go to this, you can see that I have three different sections that I have of code. Um, that one of them is based around movement, one health, and one stars. Um, First, I'll show you the movement. So this lets me do things like. Oh, by the way, this is on FlowLab, um, and it's really simple to use. And I would recommend it if you want to start making video games as a beginning. Um, but this is like very basic code blocks. For example, if I hold down my left arrow, then this will, it's kind of a mess, but you can see that you can connect the block ends to different things. For example, when I hold down the left key, it plays the walk animation here, and also moves you um, left because it's negative and this is the velocity at x. So you go this way. Um, if it's positive, then you'll go right. So I have this going, also playing the walk animation, and because I have this as a 6, it will move you right because it's connected to the x velocity. And it turns around if you're moving left with this flip block, um, and that's convenient for just the way it looks. Um, and I did jumping by having this switch, so you can't just spam the key and fly away. Uh, so the switch turns itself off when you jump until you collide with a block. Um, but you use the impulse to move yourself up. That's where the Y is. Um, so that's how I did the movement of my character. The health was pretty simple. This is my health. If it's less than 1, as it says in this filter, if it passes the less than 1, then it will restart the game. And you have 3 health in total. When you collide with spikes or monsters, these are monsters, these are spikes, then it will 1, play a sound effect, and 2, it will minus 1 from your value of 3, which is your health. And then it will activate this filter. Um, and I made this label, so you can see back in the background here, it says health 3. This is the actual value, which is connected to this. So this is the 3, and then I just had health, so you can see that it's your health. Um, and the and I also give you the ability to throw the stars that you pick up if you press spacebar. So this is more complicated, but the collision of the when you touch a star, you get 1 star, and I made that the same label that is right here in the stars. And that's how I just. And then if you have a star, then your stars will go up by 1 and go into this. If they're greater than 0, then the switch will turn on, and you can shoot a star. See, I had to make a different entity called Shooting Star that will bounce around when you use it, when you press space. And it also destroys monsters, which I'll show you in a second. But when you use the switch and press spacebar, it will minus your stars by 1, and then it'll keep going through the filter. It's just a big loop. So if you run out of stars, then you can't press space anymore, and your stars won't go down nor up. And for example, you can get rid of some of the entities through these things called destroyers, and that I made it so my shooting stars are get destroyed after a certain amount of time, and the when like I jump on a monster's head, they will get destroyed, and when a shooting star touches a monster, they get destroyed. So you just plug it into the destroyer block. It doesn't even have any options inside of it. But I also had it make it so that this monster, the falling monster, would appear from the sprite when it's destroyed. So it will fall and spin around until it leaves the screen. This is so when it hits a block, it'll turn around, so it'll walk back and forth like a and recast is how this guy doesn't fall off edges. He's constantly checking down the at an angle, and if he doesn't see a block at that angle, then he will turn around. Because I have it on the flip, so he just moves forward all the time at a speed of 6. And I have this as an always, so he's always doing this raycast to check if there's a space at that angle, and always moving. I also had it so these stars get destroyed when you touch them, and also get picked up basically through the player code. And over here I have a lever which will send a message to this door telling it to open, and also play sound effect and have an animation of on, so it'll just flip on and stay like that because I have this as stay on last frame. And the doors code is also pretty simple. It's receive the message, and then you go to the second level, which is very simple. I don't think there's any additional code in it. No, it's but just to demonstrate that you can move to another level through that. Yeah. If you want to learn how to do this, you can watch these. It's pretty dang simple to understand how to do this. Yeah. And it's also pretty easy to get my game into my website here. See, I have it so you can move around in my game on my website. And so you just press this, and then you copy this embed code, and you can paste it into your own thing if you want to do. Yeah, that's about it.